Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay notified.
Now, Duncan is going into the arena.
Well, plan has changed. We kill everything.
So, Rexy, you are not in the arena. You're in the hall still. What does Rexia do?
I forgot I was muted. I'm gonna before he gets out, I'm gonna pull him back from the shirt. Like, what the hell are you doing?
Exactly what he said he would do.
This is his whole reason of being.
Are you bloody mad though?
Just talk. In fact, I'm pretty sure he said even before we started this infiltration, if I see him.
Rexia.
He just looks down at you and this has to be done. He has to be stopped.
That's cocky shit, but I will take that number. I don't suppose I have access to my rights yet, do I? Dave?
Access to your rights? Let's see, hang on.
It comes back on a short rest, right?
You know, your right to remain silent.
It's not the right I'm
No.
talking about. I'm talking
So-
about the thing that makes my sword nice and flamey.
So, since you used the other one last session at the gates to kind of try to intimidate some of the guards, and you haven't really taken a rest since then, you don't have that use back.
Good use of resources there, Rexy.
Hey, it comes back on a short rest. I was expecting to get at least one short rest before something like this happened.
Good use.
Fuck. Can I hear the others at all as they're coming up the stairs?
Not, you don't really hear them because it's not really stairs, it's just a hallway. And you and Duncan are not right by the entrance. You're kind of going down the halls looking for guards, kind of keeping an eye out. When you were passing by one of the gates to the arena, and that's where Duncan rolled a natural 19 before modifiers and spotted somebody that he's been looking for. And I'm trying to get your token here.
How far away is he? This guy with the scar. And how many people are there in total?
3 that you can see, and I'm trying to get the map.
Can I roll a perception to see if I can see anyone else?
You can.
I'm going to assume this is not an advantage because it's dark.
That is correct. It is.
That's fine. I'll still take a 22.
Okay, I'm just going to share this map here. And I want to make sure that our lovely viewers can see
Sure
this.
is a shame you sent away your beat stick.
Yeah, I sent you away to go tell the others about something. I wasn't expecting this to happen. But I have another beat stick.
So, no, I just have your token
The
there.
rest of us.
I have your token there in the arena just because there's not a lot of map here. I shrunk down the
That's
holes
fine,
and stuff.
but like I assume we're sitting behind the wall right now, peeking out.
No, Duncan is walking into the arena. You are behind the wall right now, so you're still like you haven't gone into their vision yet. Duncan's the only one that has stepped out into the vision.
I'm behind the wall, right? You said.
Yes.
With the 22, do I see anyone else?
With the 22, you do not spot anybody else.
That's 105 feet away. Okay. How far
Actually,
away am I
that's-
from the door from the other people?
From that door, about, say, 30 feet. That's just to the doorway. The ramp going down is a lot further, and they were still further down by the elbow. They were still further down, so through the door itself, let's see, 40. They're probably about 160 feet from the actual door, going through the bends of the hallway.
I'm gonna look at Duncan and go, there's nothing I can do to stop you, is there? Waiting for a response.
He just, if you've seen the evil that he's done, you would understand. I cannot let this pass.
I like his fucking name, by the way, the Emperor of Pain. Thanks, Dave. I'm feeling fantastic about this, because the second that Duncan finishes that sentence, he's going to notice an arrow just fly past his head. Does a 15 hit? Does a 15
Wow. Okay. This is interesting.
Oh dear.
Time to resurrect you.
That was a natural one on the die I rolled earlier. That was a wisdom saving throw for her.
Okay, let me just see here. If
Menhir
can-
is no longer the lord of the murder hobos. It is Rexia that has,
Oh yeah,
that has
no, Rex.
ascended to that throne.
No, you're out of that, so yeah, he would. All right, roll advantage on that, because you're out of something that would allow him to kind of pick you up there. So
Oh, so you want me to re-roll that with advantage? Or do you want me to just do a second die?
roll again. Just roll one die. See what you get on it.
That's a natural one, so that's
Yeah.
still a 15.
So a 15 is not going to hit him. So you fire the arrow and it flies out, and it strikes. It like strikes him, like by one of his like folded arms, and it just breaks as it hits his arm, and he just looks at it.
Okay.
I
that's
see you
just-
brought friends, Duncan. Should have brought more.
Single friend.
Oh,
Roll
goody.
initiative.
She's going to try her best to make sure that her friends can get out.
So I want everybody just to roll initiative here, so when you get up here,
That's a natural 20 for 28.
and Duncan needs to re-roll this one here. Oh, that was almost a 20. That bounced off the damn top. Oh, mother
Oh, that's a
trucker.
natural 20.
Alright,
Can I
let's
take-
see.
I don't suppose I can take a reaction real quick to whistle.
We're actually
as
going to
loud as I
take... No,
can.
you've done a lot of stuff outside of your turn, so...
Fair enough, fair enough.
Well, at least I rolled a 1 on initiative and not on whatever on a save or something.
What has been your initiative rolls lately, dude?
It's been forever, dude. That's one of the reasons I made Prism in our other game, was that I could have a good initiative.
But you still
Right.
keep rolling 6s and 7s at best.
I know. This is my curse.
The curse of click. Alright. Okay.
This is going to get Rexia killed, and I know it, but I'm loyal to the dice, and I was looking for so hard. There must be something I could do, but
Alright, so has everybody got their initiative? Wow, I can't believe his is that low. Okay. Everybody got their initiatives? Everybody rolled? Lessons. Let's see his. Oh god, that's loud.
Yep, I see all of them.
Alright. Okay, so the 28 that is Rexia. All right, what do you want to do?
I'm not going to go up too far. Let's see here.
Obviously, double move, bonus move.
Does that
I'm gonna go up here behind. I'm gonna go up here. Use 30, and we're going to shoot him with another +1 arrow with a +1 longbow. That's a natural 1. Fuck you.
Pew!
That's okay. That means I still have extra attack.
It's working, Rexia. You're lulling him into a false sense of security.
That's a 23. Does a 23 hit him?
Okay, well, I'm gonna check one thing here.
You know, too bad this world don't got social media. This shit would be being live cast right now on somebody's Instagram.
World Star.
And sponsored by Budweiser.
Yep, it's a night fight. Zirian is suddenly light up and the stands are
Yeah, that
full
will
of
hit.
spectators.
Okay, 23 for a total of 10 piercing. And
Okay.
I only use 30 feet. I'm going to use 40 to hide behind this and pull out my rapier and put away my longbow. Which I think that actually is an action, so never mind.
Yeah, you can only do one at a time.
Okay,
Yeah.
then I'll put away my longbow then and get ready to pull out my rapier for next turn. That's my turn.
All right. Now, since Duncan's got a bit to go here, we're gonna scene change back to the depths here. So you guys are with your giant, with Gorda, in the halls. You have your plan. Now, Garand, you're going back to let the others know.
Yeah.
So
the guards disappeared and all the torture went out. Because I don't know that Rexia and Duncan are fighting
yep.
the champion. I don't know this.
Well, stealth is out then. Let's go.
That's basic.
Send the giant first.
It's not my.
Okay. So the giant is charging down the halls here at 40 feet. So he's moving 80
Okay,
feet.
wait. So the giant is chasing the tiger out, right?
Tiger hasn't been let out yet.
Great.
Fuck.
I love this plan. I'm proud to be a part of it.
No, fuck the tiger. It's useless now. The guys escaped. They know we're coming. They ain't gonna distract shit. I don't know how the hell they escaped either.
It was almost as if they were. It was almost as if they melted. Something, because their clothes and the bindings are still there and intact. It's as if,
Yeah,
it's as
tiger
if they
ain't
just
gonna do no
disappeared.
good against that kind of stuff.
It's as if the guards just disappeared.
Like, there's only going to be so much time before the guards start reporting us. So let's get going.
Yep.
Like
Let's
now.
All right.
Oh, Lieutenant Moo Moo can still at least pose as Lieutenant Moo Moo.
It's now turning to Bad Lieutenant Port New Orleans. All right. So, yeah, the hill giants running full bore. Time to get out of here. Just boom, boom, boom. Just.
And when he gets close to the gate, I tell him the word for open that Weston told me.
All right. Well, he's still in the underbelly here, so it's going to take him. It's going to take the giant 2 rounds just to get out to the doors where you guys went into the sub levels, and then another turn, and he can actually get out to the big area.
All right.
Rexia and Duncan fucking dead.
Is Click still on my shoulders?
Yeah. He would if you're. Are you riding Gorda? He would have
Yeah,
asked to ride
dude,
Gorda.
faster than me. So yeah, we'll be on her. And then Weston, there, get on. She's quick. Quicker than us anyway.
Oh, what about me?
You're faster,
Okay.
dumbass. Get on down the hallway.
Oh, right. So I start sprinting down the hallway as well.
Okay. So yeah,
Obviously
you're moving
double
90. So yeah. So yeah, you're moving 90 feet. So you still got, again, you're still in the subterranean area.
Yeah.
Gorda goes 80. She can keep up with the giant, but you can outface us all.
Gorda going 80, she would get you right to the gates going into the subterranean levels.
Okay, well, she'll stay behind the giant.
Okay. Yeah, she can actually outrun the giant. She can go past him and to the gates if she went full bore. So staying behind him, that's fine. She'll just see this bulbous giant's ass in these loincloth as he jogs down the hallway. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Now, the one on the broom, are you flying full bore out?
I will be after I release the Minotaur.
Okay.
Oh.
Fair enough.
The room goes 50.
Yeah. So...
My hand is shaking so badly right now from being nervous about this whole exchange. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, so now it's Duncan's turn. I gotta get Duncan actually the right token on the map here. There, I think that...
And I'm not gonna lie, near him, might be a good idea to just let everything out. Let's just...
Metagaming slightly, but definitely not a bad idea.
Alright, so...
Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I am. I'm gonna release every goddamn thing.
This shit's gonna bite us in the ass. Don't do it. We're gonna get killed.
You know what? Maybe don't. Maybe let's not. You know,
Remember, there are flyers.
Let's not release. There's a lot of nasty stuff. Let's just not.
Okay. I'm just gonna go with the fire-breathing snake and the Minotaur.
Well, look at it this way. If you release everything, there's nothing for tomorrow's games. This whole area will be in complete chaos. We don't have to fight the big guy tomorrow. There will probably be a delay of game.
Okay, so... first thing you see here, Rexia, as Duncan's looking at Dolar, the Emperor of Pain, you see Duncan, you see his eyes kind of glow blue, and you see little whiffs of blue flame kind of appear at his eyes. And when you see that happen, you also see forming from his shoulder sockets in a transparent outline 2 blue arms.
Oh,
Dude, this dude.
the arm splinter's not so armless after all.
Duncan is a fucking badass dude.
And
Yeah, he is.
So basically, Dave, what you just told me is that if we live through this, he's going to become my monk mentor completely. That is literally what you just told me.
He's fucking
You might
phantom
not-
limb.
And
You might not want everything he has to teach you.
all right, so he's gonna move. So he's gonna move 70 as his normal movement speed.
That's his normal?
That's his normal movement, and then he's
What
going to
the
use a
fuck?
dash action. Since he, so he's going to use a dash action, and since he has Charger here as a bonus with this, he can make 1 melee attack on Dolar. And he will get +5 to the damage here if he hits. Now, let's see. So it's going to be the base thing here. So let's see if he hits. If I can target him. He hits an AC of 33.
Oh my fuck. Okay.
And he gets 5 extra damage on this. I don't know if this will apply. I'm going to test this out. And he deals... Yeah, it looks like it applied it. So as he hits the champion there, you see his blue fist just kind of erupt in trails of blue flame. As it hits him, you see it burst out in just like this bright flash. When it strikes him, he deals 31 points of damage to Dolar. So, make sure that applied. I'm kind of nervous that these are applying right, because I didn't like the glitch that we had before. Okay, so that is applying, right?
Does Dolar react to this?
Oh, he hits, he hits it, and you see him just reel back from the blow of that. Let me see here. There's one thing I want to check here.
I hope Duncan don't die. He'd be an awesome friend to have.
He'd be an awesome mentor to have. I want him to live. Ah.
Well, Duncan, seems that you finally got your wish. But they're dead. Kill them in the arena. They'll inspire and be loved. Kill them while they escape, while plotting the assassination of the Margrave and the mass murder of those in the Colosseum. Well, they galvanize the people to whatever cause they want. And he is at the end of Duncan's turn. Dolar is going to use a legendary action. And he is going to do a spinning kick on Duncan. So if he hits... no! Duncan managed to dodge out the way. So, alright. That ends his turn there. And the two other guards here are going to go up towards Duncan and also try to attack him. And that's going to be a miss. It's going to be a miss. Miss. Jesus. Can they roll higher than... Okay, there are 2 digits on this die. But a 6, 8, 4, and 10 are not going to be hitting Duncan today. So, that will end their turn. Dresda, it is your turn.
Is the elephant already gone? Am I going to
Well,
have to hoof it on foot?
Well, the elephant's already been moving down the hall. The giant's moving down the hall. Menhir would click. They're moving. Garen's already moved down the hallway. And
Do I have 10 minutes to summon my mount?
I mean, you could take 10 minutes, but I mean, considering that that some cages are going to be opened, you may not want to be there during that 10 minutes.
I mean, can't the Broom of Flying seat 2 people?
Yeah, I can. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no. If I see Dresda there, I will definitely swoop down and try and pick her up.
My bad. I fucked up. Player forgot about Drez. My bad.
It's all right.
I'm just going to keep double moving until either I get picked up or until I make it to my destination.
Just say something and I'll have Gorda pick you up too. You forgot me again, a-hole.
The problem is you're really far away by this point. Because you said you're moving 80, right?
No, I'm standing behind the giant. They told me to slow down. She's not moving that fast, he said.
Because you said you wanted to be behind the hill giant who can only move 40.
Alrighty, I will be 20 feet behind, ordering you to halt in the name of the law.
Perfect. So I'll catch up with her. I can scoop her up and drop her onto the elephant.
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
And Gorda don't even give 2 shits. She's carrying like 5 people and don't care. That's true too.
So the hill giant moves up another 80 feet. He is now by the big doors up the hallway. He did not get attacked by tentacles as he is racing up the front. He's now in the big, the doors have been knocked open, and he's right at the entrance to that interior hall where he's kind of stooped down a little bit.
Menhir yells the word for open.
All right. Well, there's no door for him to open right now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So now the Emperor of Pain is going to retaliate on Duncan. the combat tracker short version of the list. Let's see. Keys that. Okay, so you see his fists also begin to kind of light up in flame. This is just like regular fire as he starts attacking Duncan. And first attack is gonna miss. Wow, he is rolling really low. That is amazing. Wow. Okay, super low attack rolls.
See, Rexia, your two
Okay, not so low.
failures at the beginning made him not take us seriously.
He's not gonna like me here in about half a second, though.
So, actually, wait. No, you can't dodge. You can't parry that. All right. So, he does strike him with the last hit, dealing 28 points of damage to Duncan. As you see, the first hit, like he launched out with a punch, then tries to come up with a knee strike to Duncan, and then as Duncan moves out the way with that, you see him just kind of spin around and hit him with the flaming punch as it does, so this bright burst goes off. Duncan just gets reeled back from it as he takes 20 points of damage.
And then you hear in the background, because it's like, that scene from the movie. Take life one day. A wise man said to me.
Sure looked like a bastard to me.
Dude, yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Exactly.
Oh, man. Last Dragon was amazing.
Well, that's what I got. That's what came into my mind when you said his hands began to glow with fire, too. Only it was normal. I'm like, blue fire against red fire. Hey, this is like the Last Dragon, dude. What the hell?
Wasn't that red versus gold?
Yeah, he had the golden glow versus the red. But it's still close enough, Dave, to where that's instantly what popped into my head.
All right. Let's see. Okay, that's not the right one there. All right.
The journey now before you is the final test. You've learned your lesson well.
Wesson.
I can teach you no more.
Wesson, it is your turn.
I love that movie, by the way, if you can't tell.
Oh, that's an amazing movie.
Clearly.
Wesson, are you muted?
Oh, is it my turn?
It is your turn, Wesson.
I'm currently on the back of the elephant, though, right?
Okay. So, yeah, you're still moving here. Click is on the elephant. I don't know if there's anything you wanted to try to cast or anything like that.
I'll just hold my turn for now, or just pass.
Okay. Click, what about you? I know you're in a similar boat.
I just have a really bad feeling. Click is going to reach over and pat Gorda's side, and let's see. I'm gonna. He'll pray. Ignore the blow. Keep thy breath. Stand fast and deny your death, and cast Death Ward on Gorda.
God bless you, Click. A tear just came to Menhir's eye.
You should be able to apply that onto Gorda, because you should see her in the combat tracker.
Yep.
I have this really bad feeling.
All right.
I wonder why.
So, let's see. Let's do this here. All right, Rexia, it is your turn.
Is going to peek out from around her little hiding hole, and when she does, they will notice she's holding a wand, and she's going to clutch it as tightly as she can because she doesn't know how magic works, and she's going to cast a level 7 magic. Actually, yes, a level 7 magic missile.
Oh dear.
She's using all
all
of
the
her charges as a magic missile, and yes, I know the magic missile effect. So I will roll the d20 to see if it gets destroyed. It does not, thank the gods. And magic missile. So there's 3 darts plus another 6 because of the.
All the charges.
Yeah.
So that's 9 darts.
Jesus.
That's 9 darts. Add another 9 on top of that. So that's
30 damage. Okay.
She, as the darts just all like spell out, she's looking up in like actual fear. She's like, I just did that.
So the bolts fly out. They hit Noah. Bah, 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 bah. And he just kind of looks up. And as he looks up here, I want to see if I can play this for our stream here. If I still have
That was not a
this.
bad magic missile roll, actually. Oh.
All right, yeah.
One magic missile is a really useful item.
Oh,
I should've
it's
picked up
amazing.
I should have picked up more than one, honestly.
It does more damage over time, though, if you don't blow it all in one shot.
It does, but I'm going off of. She doesn't know how this works.
And
she's
that's the
panicking.
sound that he makes when he gets hit by all those blasts. And
I don't suppose he's very happy with me, is he?
oh no, not at all.
I am
And
going to. I only use 10 feet. I'm going to slowly slide back into my little hiding hole. Thanks.
Don't worry, Safona will come to rescue in probably about another 20 minutes.
and he shouts out towards you, Rexia, when you shoot him. Duncan calls me a monster. I've been called worse. But I'm not the only monster here. Isn't that right, Duncan? You never told her about you. You're not natural,
This is like
Duncan.
stereotypical movie bullshit, by the way. See, it's okay with that. She's gonna like, she's in like, she knows she's in a very scary situation, and in fear, she's like against the pillar, like
It's-
slowly sliding down, still clutching that wand.
Okay, so
I have to step away real quick.
right.
I'll be back in a second.
all right, we'll just hold your action. All right, Narum.
All right, so have I freed the snake and the minotaur?
Okay, so, well, you haven't freed them both yet. So you want to do the Minotaur first or the snake first?
Fuck it, I'm gonna do the snake first.
Can I interject? Did you drop Drez off on the elephant?
No, I haven't left the hallway yet.
Yeah, he's still back there. Just keep going. Don't stop for me.
I'm not there to pass you.
I know. I'm talking to Menhir. Just don't worry about me.
Anyway, so yes, I'm going to free the snake.
All right. Okay, you push the buttons.
Yeah, I'm prepared to move away from there as quick as I can as soon as the door shows signs of opening. I'm
Oh
not
yes,
waiting for it to open.
it lunges at you the moment the doors open. It comes just springing out into the hallway.
Okay, I am back.
All right.
Assuming we're not all dead.
Nope, that's your
All
character.
of us.
All right, so it hits an AC of 24.
Wow. Okay, and so this is. So you're saying the door opens like instantly?
It drops down after you push the buttons with that, and the snake was holding its action to attack as soon as it got a chance to.
Awesome. Well, a 24 will hit me.
All right, so I need you to make a Constitution saving throw as it lashes at you and manages to bite you, dealing 13 points of piercing damage. You did save on the Constitution, so you don't have to worry about the secondary effect, thank God.
So, why did we let out the giant fire-breathing snake? Just as a side question.
I guess I didn't realize quite how fast it was.
It is time to
Just gone with the
GTFO, Nero.
car.
This is. Hey.
So it's just back there hissing as it rears up. You see the top part of the head open up like a cobra. And this creature itself is probably about 25, 30 feet in length easy.
Okay. And how many hit points of damage did it do with the bite?
13. You saved from the secondary effect, which would have been nasty.
Awesome. Yes, I have decided that I'm not going to fuck around with trying to let the Minotaur out too. I'm going to use all the remaining moves that I have left to go for the door.
Okay.
Yep. And in your head, in Menhir's voice, you hear, "I didn't say the snake near him."
Out of character voice.
Out of
Yeah, I was
character.
gonna say, I'll figure out how he did that later.
Okay. So with that, Garrett, are you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, it is your turn.
Okay, so
You're still trucking through the halls here. Now you do your double movement, so you move 90 before. Now if you double move here, you'll be able to get back into the main corridors where the doors are open. The giant has opened the doors, but he has not stepped into the corridors yet. It's the same quarters that Rexia was in before. So you'd have about another 30 feet of movement if you double move in the corridors.
I'm going to double move, and I'm going to start heading in the direction that I saw Rexia and Duncan head off.
Okay, so as you start moving that way, you see Rexia kind of hiding behind a pillar holding a wand. And in the center of the arena, you see Duncan, who now has two kind of transparent glowing blue arms, fighting a wood elf who has flaming fists as two other guards are attacking Duncan in the center of the arena. And I'm going to place you on the map here. Hey, rock music. Woohoo. That's good. God damn it. In here. All right.
All right, I turned it on. I'm sorry. I love
He's
it.
not. He's not named Leroy.
Yeah, that's cool.
So he says to himself, "Ancestors give me strength. What have I walked into?" So you said I have 30.
Well,
feet of
30,
left?
30 gets you about here, so you got about another 10 feet of movement before your full 30 is done. So you can go into the arena. But just coming around here, you see all the crap going on inside the arena right now.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna move up the pin
All right.
here, and that's gonna be my turn.
All right. Menhir is encouraging Gorda. Moving. Let's see, we're going on Gorda's move with that. Let's get Duncan's here. So Duncan is going to punch him some more. Now that he can actually do his full allotment of attacks.
I love it. I hope I'm not annoying you, buddy.
Oh, no, you're
Nah,
fine.
Fine.
Let's see. Okay, so he is going to split up his attacks here so he can be a little more mobile. Where's his? No. That still doesn't do it on the other one. Damn it. Where is it? Alright. So first one is going to be on the one to his left, which will hit a 26 AC, and then he's going. Actually, wait, hang on, wrong one. Still same attack hit. I just need to select the other one here. we're gonna miss on the Emperor here as he. So he hits the guard to the left of him here. Hits him pretty damn hard. Like you just see the flash going off as he strikes the guard's chest. In fact, let me finish up the damage on that. Oh shit. Okay, so that is going to take out that guard in one hit. So he is gone. And he is going to move there, staying mobile. And he is...
Does he get like 4 attacks, Dave?
Well, he can get more if he spends key points. Right now, he's got other abilities that he's utilizing, staying mobile to help increase his armor class. So, he has something similar to evasive footwork that he's using right now. And he got a 6 on that, so that's another 6 AC to him. So, yeah, he's pretty jacked up right now for the AC department. And... that is going to end his turn there. So now it's Menhir and Gorda. So Gorda going full bore. Now she's still staying behind the giant.
Do we hear a snake and fire sound behind us?
You see, well, Naram's kind of flying by, and he looks bloodied. Got some wounds on him.
Past the giant girl.
Okay, so she pushes past the giant, and she's now in that corridor there. The only other spots that she can kind of fit through is going into the arena to where the larger gates are at.
Yep, let's do it.
All right, so let's get her token on there, and we'll get everybody else who is on her as well. She's a big gal. So she's going to be kind of clipping there. And Menhir.
As I see the big elephant, and I find seeing a massive elephant in person probably knocks me out of my frightened trance, doesn't it?
I mean, it might just be worse.
Well,
Gorda tends to have that effect on.
You see Gorda with Click right behind her ears, and then you're behind him, and then who else was on the elephant with me? Wesson and who else? On the elephant.
Just Weston and Click.
yeah.
See, that's not true, because I said 2 more people, so if
Naram was on the broom.
the room. Yeah, dang it. I would have, never mind.
Didn't one of you pick up Dreza?
No, she's
Nope.
huffing it.
Oh, there's a giant fire-breathing snake back there.
You don't know that yet.
I mean, I don't know that.
So
It's fine. She doesn't know about any trouser snakes coming after her.
anyway, so Gorda is pushing past into the arena here, and you see the same sights. This Duncan with 2 arms fighting that wood elf who's got flaming hands, and there's another guard here trying to attack Duncan. And
How far into the arena can she get, Dave, or is that it right there?
let's see. So she with her holding back from the giant, and she's 50 feet. So it's so she could get. I gotta move your tokens. Sorry about that. You guys are still on her. I just gotta. I'm trying to place her. So she could literally end her turn right there with 1 move.
One move?
1 move, yeah.
Okay, so we see what's happening.
In the center, yeah.
Okay, then can you move her 20 feet? Well, hold on.
Wait. Let me see something. I don't know if this will work. Can you try to move her? See if it'll let you move her? I tried to drag and drop the permission on you. Okay. So where do you want her at?
How about, let me see. Put her 40 feet forward. And I count the space from her first row. There you go.
Yep.
And that's where we're at.
All right.
So we can't do anything else because that's her full movement.
right. Let's see. The guard will go. Let's see if he can. I don't think he needs a nat 20 to hit Duncan, and he does not get it. Because Duncan rolled like maximum on that superiority die to increase his AC. So
Yeah.
that's why he's very agile. That's why he was able to take out 30 guys.
Yeah.
So, all right. So that ends his turn. Clav.
Well, the Benny Hill theme hasn't started playing yet, but
I'm
gonna double move again. So that brings me, what, 30 feet from the first gate?
Yeah. Yeah.
And as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on myself.
I highly apologize for forgetting about you. You have too many characters. I'm a bad person.
It's okay. All right.
And for some reason, I still have Hex on.
Because she does. There you go.
Yay, thank you.
All right. Does that end her turn?
Yep.
Okay. So the giant will move here. His first move will plant him about right there. Second move here, he just sees all of the little people fighting about, and he is going to go. So, Rexy, you see this hill giant start running past you, pissed as he could be.
You know, Rexia doesn't have phobias. Pretty sure by the end of tonight she will.
Well, that is a true statement, because after the hits that you did on Dolar, he let out this very, very inhuman-like growl. And he just kind of looks up as Duncan is trying to attack him, and he's hitting back at Duncan. Tremble, mortals, as you witness the true form of your destruction!
Oh dear.
It's not even his final form.
I am Galaxus.
And with that,
Check his shin.
let me pull him off of that and get...
Does this make click if the Emperor of Pain is Frieza? Does that make click Dende?
Okay, so you see his form start to get larger. As it grows larger, it starts to get darker. The skin darkens. You start to see things protrude on the back, start to take shape like almost like wings. You see another form almost like a tail. His face elongates until he takes the form of a black scaled dragon.
Oh!
Oh, hi!
Oh!
This shit is wild.
and excuse me. As he does that, God damn. All right, as he does that,
Well, I mean,
Can you tell if it's an adult?
I need everybody to make a wisdom saving throw, or become frightened for 1 minute.
Even me behind the pillar.
Okay,
not
Wesson
seeing
will
the-
be frightened for 1 minute. Click is
27.
saying afraid
well,
of a
that's
ghost.
a 4.
All right.
That's a natural one.
Wow.
Well, thank goodness I'm not even on the scene yet.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna ask, like, I'm hiding behind the pillar, literally not looking. Do I still get this effect?
Well, you know what? We'll say no, since you're already kind of like hidden behind the pillar right now, not really looking. I do need a roll for Gorda and the giant, though.
Yeah, bet at some point you're going to poke your head out around.
Giant is not looking too good. He is frightened, and
It's
Gorda.
okay. I can do something about frightened.
Hooray! For
Gorda
victory!
makes it. Gorda makes it with a natural 20.
Don't worry, your paladin's coming.
Good job, Elf.
Okay, so just a reminder here, while frightened, you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls from the source of your fear, and you can't willingly move closer to the source of your fear. So, for those of you who are afraid, you're on Gorda, who is not.
Isn't frightened not a disadvantage against the person who frightened you, but disadvantage as long as you're in line of sight of the person who frightened you?
Yeah, well, it's in the line of sight. That is correct.
Okay.
So, but right now, so the ones who are, the only ones who are not affected right now, which would be easier, is Click, Rexia, Gorda, and Duncan.
Wait, isn't
It's
Aaron
okay.
not even there yet?
And excuse me, and Clav Dresda, who's not there yet.
Well, isn't Nareem still in the hallway too?
Yeah, fair enough. So the ones that are actually on the map with tokens, those are the ones. Even the guard that was right there is just like, holy shit. So the one that's just fighting Duncan just kind of stops like mid-swing, and it just looks like he crapped his pants.
Yeah.
It's okay. Click says, Click can fix this. Click can fix this.
And he will start to fly upwards as his move. Why is there 2 hill giants here? Go away with that. Alright, so he starts flying upwards, and Duncan will take an attack of opportunity.
WTF, folks? What the hell are we doing?
Does hit with the does hit him.
Fighting dragon.
Yeah.
Remember, running is always valid strategy.
Okay, so the dragon is now 80 feet up in the air, just going, and that ends his turn. So with that, Wesson, you're frightened right now. So thankfully you're not willingly moving toward the target.
Can I just say?
Doesn't
"Oh,
mean you can't
God,
attack
help
him."
me, Click, and pass till Click takes his turn. Hold my action till Click takes his turn.
I mean, you can, yes.
Or can I cast a spell in the direction of the?
You can hold your attack action, so if you want to wait till Click does, then you can use your attack action once Click does whatever he does. So you can then use that attack action to cast a spell.
Yeah, I'll hold action till Click goes.
All right, Click, you heard him. You see your friend's frightened, but Gorda is there, who doesn't appear to be afraid. It's almost as if Bahamut himself is with you right now, empowering you. You feel no fear as you see this mighty great worm flying in the air.
Click raises his hands to the air and casts Calm Emotions. Unfortunately, Garand is too far away, but it will.
Always.
Cool.
It will clear the frightened presence off of.
Everybody else.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. And all right. So if that's all Click is doing, Wesson, you've got your held action. Click just removed the terror, the extreme terror of seeing this beast of legend appear like this. The initial fight or flight reaction from your body has been washed away by Click's words, by his magical empowerment from his god Bahamut, the Platinum Dragon. What would you like to do?
I'm going to. How much movement to get down off the elevator?
You wouldn't be able to do a move. Okay, so you hold when you hold an action, you hold your actual action. So if you want to use that action to just move, you can, but you wouldn't be able to use it to cast a spell either, because it's not your whole turn. It's just your action that is being held.
Well, I can use that to cast a spell, right?
You can use that to cast a spell, but then you wouldn't be able to move.
That's fine. I want to cast Insect Plague directly on the dragon.
Fantastic.
So it needs to beat Constitution saving throw 17.
All right, let me let's see. Does it have that? No, good. All right. Wait, let me check one other thing here. I don't think it had that. Nope. Ooh. Okay. So that I need to let that next turn. All right. Con save coming up. Does not make it. Which is amazing because rolled a natural 1. 27 points of damage. That
It's a
is
shame I'm not a berserker. Then I could just get rid of the rage myself, the fear myself.
So now there's a 20-foot radius sphere of biting locusts where it's currently fine.
okay. It doesn't look like you targeted him, so let me manually add that here. All right. There we go. Added the damage on here. So yeah, so there's all these insects attacking him. And let's see. Okay.
Just for clarification, Dave, this dragon is considered giants, isn't it?
Gargantuan.
It's gargantuan in size, yeah.
Oh, this is gargantuan? Oh!
Yeah, he's a big one.
Yeah! 4x4, yeah, he's humongous, dude.
Yeah. He also threatens a hell of an area.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Calm emotions is 60 feet. Oh wait. Oh, on a point I choose.
Yeah, 60
Yeah.
feet range, 20-foot area.
Actually, if I place it in the middle, it would have gotten Garen too. I'm sorry.
All right,
I
so
didn't realize it
we'll
was-
save for this. We'll do that because it's not that big of an issue.
I was thinking it was focused on click.
Not a problem.
Okay, so I'm not frightened?
You are not frightened.
Okay, good.
All right.
Concentration.
Okay, so Wesson, you are not frightened, so let's get that effect off you there. Okay, click where you went. All right, Rexia, it's your turn.
If I take a look at this dragon, am I going to need to make a wisdom save?
No, but if he uses that ability again, you would have to do it. The others won't because they've already been affected by it. So right now you're fine, but you see this big, massive dragon flying 80 feet above the arena.
Yeah. I'm going to take out my longbow and I'm going to pray to my mother. I'm going to pray to my mother is what I'm doing. That is a 27 to hit.
Ooh, I don't think he can do anything to... Nope. All right, that is going to hit.
Okay, I'm at for minimum damage. That's fine.
Well, she helped you hit. She didn't help you with the damage.
That's fine. I still have an extra attack. Does the 25 hit?
25 is going to hit.
For 11 damage, and I'm going
Okay.
to bonus action burn a key point to dash.
Now you should be able to target him. Are you not able to Are you not able to target him?
No, I'm sorry, I forgot to target him.
Okay, I was getting worried with her. Let me manually add those here real quick. So 17
I normally
damage.
do target stuff. I forgot you switched the token, even though there's now a giant dragon in front of me.
So-
this log that's here on the ground, is it hollowed out?
It's not really hollowed out, but it is large enough where it can, if you duck behind it, it can provide cover, or if you're staying behind it, half cover.
I'm going to use the rest of my movement to get behind it and have crouch down and have, what is it, 3/4 or half cover?
Well, from something like the guard and all that, it would do that. From where the dragon's at, you would. We'll say you'll get the partial cover with that, and that's just barely. If he moves and attacks, you would have 0 cover because he's right above you. Remember, he's flying above the arena. Right? He's 80 feet in the air.
Okay, then hold on. Let me think about how I want to do this real quick. Is that...
Actually, do they have... I might... I'm going to try to put a fly spell on him, see if that will help with it. Because they don't have something that we can actually put on these things.
Okay. I'm going to break line of sight with him real quick and just kind of hide behind the pillar. Thanks, bye!
Good job, Mike.
Okay, so that didn't work. Let me...
Hit it with 2 arrows. That's good stuff.
I hit it with 2 +1 arrows with a +1 bow. I'm very happy about that, at least.
Yeah, they don't have a fly thing on here, so I can't do it. All right. So that'll end.
By the way, dude, just so you know, I'm down to 15 arrows now.
Okay. So the magical ones we keep count of. The anything non-magic we don't.
Yeah, I know. I'm just letting you know that's what I have right now.
Okay. All right, Narum, it is your turn.
Okay, so I assume I'm out in the hallway now.
So yeah, you're going past Eclav Dresda as he's running.
Oh, I'll pick her up. I'll catch her with the broom. And just for something to say, I'll say, do you have any idea what's going on outside?
You hear roars and sounds like something massive is outside.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. Let's go see what it is.
That sounds like a good way to die. But I guess...
If it's too large, we will simply run away. But I would prefer to rescue our allies.
Like Lasai.
I'm not familiar with that expression.
Well, there's like a lot of things you don't know. Like, I'll teach you.
Oh. Oh.
Wow, that you don't have to hit the gas like that.
Not like fighting a dragon, please.
I don't know. That may be the best time to do it.
Well, we can discuss possible forms of education after this encounter. I'm just gonna double move, or however much speed I can get out of this broom. I'm just gonna try and get out of the hallway.
All right.
15 feet.
Well, doesn't it slow down when it has so much weight on it?
Yeah, you're gonna slow down
200 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I think Dreza runs faster than you fly with her on it.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go from 50 to 30.
Yeah, it slows down 2 feet.
Yeah, don't worry about picking me up. It's a double move to get outside at this point anyway.
All right. So, Narim, it's not where you're at here. I'm just trying to throw you on here. So, let's see. All right. So, at this point here, you can move another 5 squares. Now that can be vertical, horizontal. I just need to know how high up you are if you're above the ground. Higher than the 20 feet max from the corridor.
I think the phone grabbed him.
All right. So just have him on hold here. All right. Garand. You're no longer frightened. There's a giant dragon flying above the arena. What would you like to do?
Garen.
Might have been his phone that rang.
I was muted. Okay.
Aaron, I'm gonna pull a you here and say, stop being bad.
It's okay if you want to target
Alright.
Rexy in this fight.
You know, considering the fact that she decided to charge in here without waiting for everybody else, that might not be a bad idea.
Dude.
You don't know that?
I mean, to
I was
keep your
like
rage,
a
you just
sec-
have to
I
make an
was a-
attack or be attacked. She's a target to attack. Just
It's
saying.
true. I do know that you decided to charge in without waiting for everybody because I was the second one in here. I was the first one in here. But okay.
For all you know, it could have been Duncan, and I could have just been following him.
I mean, tried harder to get him to me. You should have tried harder then. But okay, so yes, I'm just gonna double move up as far as I can, close to front line, I guess.
Weren't you the one that bought the Thunder Javelin?
I mean, yeah, but he's like 80 feet up in the air, and I'm all the way back here. And even if I did, I would need to like clear a line of. I would need to like at least get around you guys.
Not to mention, if he missed with that, that's going to be fun finding that.
Yeah.
That's a good point. That's funny.
Something a lot of people don't think about. And I'd rather be upfront and fair about it before you do something like that. Alright, so what are you doing, Garen? I
So
can't hear
I'm
you.
gonna move. So I'm gonna move to here.
Okay.
Then I think I'm gonna dash. My dash action. I'm gonna move to here, and then I'm gonna end my turn.
Okay. Alright. So let's see if I can make a pointer here. I don't know any other better way to do this. Nope. God damn it. See. Pointer. Go. Just draw an arrow. Alright, so what this pointer represents right now is just how many feet in the air the dragon is.
Yeah.
I want something so to keep track of this stuff because
Yeah.
we're doing three-dimensional movement. It's going to get nasty. All right. All right, so that goes there. All right, so Menhir, you're still on Gorda here. Would you like to do something or wait till Gorda's turn?
No, I'm gonna do something. I'm
Okay.
going to spend 15 feet to dismount
Okay.
and be right there. I'm gonna yell at her, "Run, girl! Get away!" Because I don't want her fucking with no damn dragon. And I'm going to help Duncan out by putting 2 javelins in that pesky guard.
All right, go ahead and roll. Now, you probably won't be able to target him with that, which is fine. But that is a critical hit with a natural 20.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and roll your first damage on that.
15.
Oh, that's good.
15. That is a good, strong hit. All right, he is still standing with the javelin. Javelin comes launching through, strikes him through. It actually pierces the chain mesh armor on the side. It goes in and probably hit a lung as he's gasping. Go ahead and I believe you have another attack.
That's 22 to hit.
That will hit.
9 more.
All right. All right.
That's my turn.
The second javelin goes into him. He's still standing, but he is staggering, bleeding badly as the other javelin kind of hits his back as it's exposed. He's reeling back, like, He's just having trouble breathing, moving about. But he's, he can barely fight, but he is still a threat. All right, and right before Duncan's turn, something else happens. So,
The Federales arrive.
no.
Dude, at this point, I'm hoping that the good city people arrive because they're going to take our side against the Black F the Dragon.
Kind of depends on how fast he can shapeshift, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right. All right, so I'm going to need everybody in that radius there to make a Constitution saving throw. DC 15, please.
That's
Yeah,
about
fuck.
right.
As a swarm of insects start coming forth from the dragon, they swarm down and
Oh,
start
15.
biting. All right. So, all right, so you'll get half of that.
Ooh.
21 and a half. All right. And that's just those, and the sense of Gorda is also going to do that. That'll 20 on fucking saving throw. Gorda is fucking killing it. Not even lying on that. Love it. She is becoming MVP here.
Mm-hmm.
Just imagine all the trample damage that she could be doing.
No, she needs to run away.
Most valuable pachyderm.
Okay, so all right. So for those of you who failed, we're going to take 10 piercing damage. Those of you who succeeded are going to take 5.
It was a DC 15.
It was a DC 15, only for those that are in the field. So Garen, you would need to do it. So Garen, Menhir, Gorda, Click,
I
and Wesson.
rolled a 15, so that means I
5.
did succeed, right?
Yeah, so you take 5 damage. Menhir would take 5 damage. Click would take 5 damage. So just Wesson. Looks like he's the only one that took that. Now, on this,
How much
if you
HP do you have, Wesson? Did you already take damage?
Yeah.
What took off all of your HP?
Didn't you take damage?
I'm wondering that too.
So the wound box, you put how much damage you
Correct.
yes,
Yep.
Yeah.
How much you've taken. So the wound
Correct.
box increases, the max stays the same, and then it'll show the.
Oh God, I was
Yeah.
panicking for a second.
I was like, oh, a bit of a panic attack. I'm like, ah.
He decreased his. He probably.
he
decreased
did the
his-
wrong one, and that
Yeah,
happens.
Yeah.
I am seeing it with the.
Gorda should run away after me and Wesson get off. You know.
Oh, cool.
Now, one thing about the swarm of insects here that they're biting and piercing here, if you end your turn in that cloud, you're going to be taking more damage.
Did the dragon move?
Dragon has not moved yet. This was just at right before Duncan even got to go. This popped off, so the dragon just kind of belched out all these insects. They start flying down and swarming that area, start biting and clouding it. The area is lightly obscured from just the
So in
amount of
other
insects.
It copied the Weston's spell, Insect Plague, and gave it back to us.
It's not really insect plague. It's
Oh.
a swarm of insects.
So it's similar. In other words, two similar-looking effects are on.
Yes.
Okay.
So, and that's what's going on there. And I just want to make sure you're aware of the other effect there, so it's not, again, not one of those nasty surprises. I like fair challenges, not bullshit hidden stuff. All right, so all right, is this even work? Oh, that's right. That's not going to kick off for him yet.
Sting him with the sands, Duncan.
So Duncan sees the Emperor change, and Duncan, the blue flame goes from, it changes color from blue to a vibrant red. His arms also change to a bright red, and you see two other features kind of appear on Duncan. upon his brow, you see two similarly flaming horns just appear. Think of like Tim Curry from Legend style horns. Just instead of black, they're red and flaming.
This is cool.
Is Duncan also a dragon?
You don't know.
Oh boy.
He's a minotaur.
He's not getting any bigger. You just see the things change color with that. And can he do... I think he's just out of the range of that.
And he flies up into the air, right, Dave?
No, he doesn't have wings. Can he...
Need a good earthbind spell right about now.
That would be helpful, yes. That won't kick her off.
Yep, that'd really be nice.
Actually, you know what? That actually might work here. So he is going to move up onto this, which is above the ground, and he is going to leap off of that with his action here. So using the dash and then his action with that, he using I believe it was Charger. He will be able to just make one attack on him. So you see Duncan run up onto this, leap up, and he is going to try to punch the dragon.
He leaped like 70 feet into the air.
Yeah, he needed a little more height on there, and that since he does a dash action, he can make one melee attack as a bonus.
That's the coolest fucking thing ever.
Oh, he just barely fucking, but does... Can he counter that? I don't think he has anything on that. So many legendaries and stuff going on. I gotta just check to make sure everybody's got their first one. So no, he gets hit with that, and as he gets hit, he takes 38 points of damage as you see the bright red flash happen. You see a blue flash happen, and you see a black flash happen on this flying dragon as Duncan launches up and punches him, and Duncan's falling back down right now.
Holy shit.
So that ends his turn here, but as his turn ends, what is he doing? Since Duncan is right there, he is going to make a wing attack on Duncan using a legendary action. So Duncan needs to make a dexterity saving throw. Does not make it. So Duncan takes 2d6 plus 8 damage as he gets slapped by one of the dragon's wings. Duncan is knocked down to the ground like a comet, prone. And where's the prone condition? There we go. So he gets knocked back down, and as the dragon knocks him prone, he can move up to half his flying speed, which he does. He is going to move up 10 more feet, and he's going to move to 30 for the rest of it. So now he is 90 feet in the air. And where he is going to move... And that will end the dragon's turn. His legendary turn. Gorda can go now. Now she still has Click and Wesson on her. Do you still want her to flee? Because she will move. To your last command was her to run off, but she still has two of your friends on her. You definitely don't want her to be in that circle, though.
Nope. So she would probably move with them on her back, out of the circle at least.
Where would you like her to move?
How about her haul ass to the east?
Let's see. So she is hauling ass that way. Alright. Actually, wait, hang on. This is 40 for that, sorry. Alright, so that'll end her one movement. Do you want her to move again?
No, let her take the dodge action.
Okay. I don't think they have one here with that, so just
She has
manually.
the saddle of the Cavalier, so they already get disadvantage.
Since Click is on her, could he technically override her and control her movement?
When it's his turn,
I don't know.
but the problem is it's right now she's going. So, like, he can guide her when it's his turn, but he'd have to, like, basically, she'd have to hold her action till it's his turn.
Click was gonna dismount.
On the plus side, she did get Wesson and you out of the bad zone.
Yes.
So, all right. So we'll just say for that she's moves out of there. She goes defensive, and that's all she does here. Yeah, the giants. There we go. So that other guy here, he is going to run. Okay, and go ahead one. Alright, so he is way the hell up there. So I'll zoom out so everybody can see him. Alright, and so that will end his turn. Clavdrezda.
Still moving so I can get to barely stepping outside.
Yeah.
In my head and going, why is there a dragon?
and Duncan's got all the fiery stuff, and there's a.
Why is the fiend fighting the dragon, guys? Can I, like, get an explanation?
Shit just got real.
All right. Anything else you want to do? What you can do?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Okay, so he doesn't like the dragon either. Dragon's flying up. He can't do anything on that. He can, however, move. Let's see, 20, 17, 20, 10, 20, 30, 40. So he will move up there, and that'll end his turn there. Dragging the body of the other guard when he moves by, just picks him up.
Gonna use him as a club.
Let's see, Duncan. Let's see if he can do anything. That would give him. He's going to use one of his legendaries to pop movement, so he'll get 20 feet after this. So he is down. Let's see. That's about as far as he can go with his legendary. All right, and now. But nothing is in range for that, so that's fine. All right, now let's see what he is going to do here. course I can't see it. It's 85. All right. Okay, beyond that there, it's 10, so that will hit everybody with that. So you see the dragon kind of rear back, open its mouth as this green fluid starts coming out like a pressurized jet, going down towards where Duncan's at, and then lining up past it, starting to hit that that log there, burning through it as you see the bubbling and sizzling start to go off as this line of acid comes shooting out. I need, let's see, Duncan, Menhir, Click, Wesson, and Gorda to make dexterity saving throws.
Yeah, bet y'all wish I
How
had
in
her
the
double move
world
now, huh?
does that targeting work if he's 90 feet in the air?
Craning down and then shooting out, so I had to add the extra distance for what he's flying above.
So it's making like a 90-degree turn.
Yeah, that is kind of strange.
No, it doesn't have to. Think about it. It's an acid stream. It falls to the ground. Anything
Ah,
together would be
shit.
hard to do.
You have acid rain.
That's correct.
This is gonna hurt.
Yeah. Now I wish I
Alright,
could move your move, y'all, and y'all are getting away from the combat.
So, also, I'm gonna need Anthony, roll Sophona's initiative.
Alrighty.
Guess who's coming?
I don't suppose an 18 makes it.
All right. No, it does not. This is gonna hurt. Okay.
Now might be a good time to bust out Beacon of Hope. Just
It
about.
would drop calm emotions, which is just suppressing the fear effect.
All right. So, you had Death Ward on Gorda up, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. God, another nat fucking 20. Problem
I
is,
don't
she's
know
got a
why
minus
you
to the
were
dex.
upset, Mr. DM.
No, it's just amazing. Like every time I click one of her buttons, it's fucking nat 20. Problem is, she still failed it. All right.
I always hated that. It's like, oh, you rolled a nat 20 on the save, you still fail because it doesn't beat the DC. It's like, fuck you.
Yeah, a lot of
How much
people
damage
fall
does it
through.
do?
What's
Fall through and
All right.
change it.
So it dealt 38 points of acid damage. To everybody there. So Duncan gets 38 acid. Now it does not have you targeted, so that's going to be manually updated here. Wow. Thank you for the follow.
Enjoy watching us die.
All right. So Gorda's wounded here. All right.
Yeah, she's okay. She's got almost as many hit points as me.
You say that. Okay, and he is going to move after doing that, flying. Let's see. Still staying up in the air. Actually, he may lower. I'm going to check the range on this. Oh yeah, he's going to lower a bit. It's going to drop down about 30 feet. Actually, no, not yet. He's not going to do that yet. He's going to stand by me. And we'll move. Okay. And that will end his turn as he's flying above the arena after launching the line of acid that starts melting and corroding your armors, your skin, just burning. Gorda's just trumpeting in pain from the acid. Duncan's being drenched by this, and he pops out. He will... yeah, he'll burn the rest of these here to heal. Can he... Alright, so he heals 15 points damage with that, and that kills his legendaries. Alright, Wesson. That hurt. That was not a pleasant feeling.
How high is the dragon?
The dragon is 90 feet in the air. Let me move the other pointer out. There we go. That's his flying high pointer.
I'm going to.
Now you're still on Gorda. You're still on the elephant.
Oh, I want to use my movement to get off. I'm going to move right there, and I'm going to level 4 healing word on click.
Okay.
Dave, I don't think you could have gotten a more perfect quote.
Oh, I love it. That is amazing. And there's like 300 something quotes in there too.
Yeah, there's a lot of quotes. For the people who don't have the Twitch chat open, the quote was 8 children equals 1 dragon. It's simple.
We're all gonna die.
Only if you're bad.
So Rexy's gonna die.
Oh yeah, Rexy is toast. But you knew this, but you know that's fine. Sacrifices have to be made.
Yeah, I guess so.
Alright, so click, you heal for 12 as Wesson goes up. So he's applying his... he says his healing words of power. Now...
Thank you, Wesson.
Now click.
Yeah.
What would Bahamut think about a creature like this?
No, I know. I can't die. It's 15 feet cost to move, to dismount Gorda.
Well, it's half your movement. So whatever half your move.
And it's 15 feet. So, 5, 10, 15.
So you can start off in any square around the elephant.
Okay, so if I can, if it puts me there, I can move.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll move there. I have to heal myself. I have to. I'm gonna pop that extra 3rd level slot I have. I'm gonna use it for cure wounds.
Okay, go ahead and apply that here. And
Fuck you.
wow, the ones, man.
Oh.
So I think my Disciple of Life ability goes off. Yeah. So that's gonna be an extra 5, so 19. Did you take it off, or should I?
You can take that off. I don't want to try to take that off and you take it off at the same time, rather than one person just do it.
That's why I asked.
Yeah, that's why I don't try to jump to. If it's not automated, I try to be hesitant with it. Because remember, we had the damage that was dealing. It was like, whoa, why am I taking more damage?
Yeah. All right, so, damn it. I don't think I have anything that can really help. Yeah, I'm gonna use an action to go defensive.
Oh, wow, okay. Let me just mark that.
Actually, no, wait, I used my action. I can't do that. I'm just done. I'm done.
All right. So, let's see. So, Sophona should be on here with that. All right. Rexia. Hiding behind the pillars, taking cover from this.
Yeah, there's a pillar here. I'm gonna utilize it.
You're the only one of us that has a ranged weapon here.
And whose fault is that?
I'm a barbarian. I hit things really hard, okay?
That's not my problem.
Just shoot it.
That's what I'm doing. That's not with the right weapon. I don't think a 12 hits, though.
No, 12 is not going to hit the gargantuan flying dragon. A 27, on the other hand, will hit.
For 13 piercing.
All right.
And,
Arrow flies up. And you can see the scars on the scaling are also apparent here as well as it was on the other form.
Can I already used an attack action. I don't suppose I can also look for any weak points on him in the same turn? Or should I do that my next turn?
Weak points as in what? I mean, he's not like Smog where he's got like armor scales missing.
Yeah, well, I'm seeing like, are his wings at all? Can I like shoot his wings to knock him out of the sky or anything?
I mean, you can try targeting the wings, though considering the size of the beast with that, it would take a lot of damage to the wings to cripple it to make it glide down.
Fair enough.
Out of character, in character voice, you need to hex its strength and then earthbind it. But that ain't happening.
Well,
or just get Menhir on top of it.
That too. I don't have anything else I could really do, so I'm gonna just hide behind this pillar again, if you don't mind. It's a valid strategy.
Okay. At the end, well, before the end, no, he can't do that yet. All right. Let me just check his here. Nothing to use there. Okay. So, Nareem. There was a lot of interesting stuff going on here. You just saw the dragon unleash a line of acid that just hit most of your group there. Started to melt.
I've been trying to go over what the best spell to cast would be.
Power word kill dragon.
Yes.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
sounds excellent.
yeah.
You need to start researching that right away.
Oh yeah. I mean, I need to like develop it within 30 seconds. But in the meantime,
Or they can just hold it off for like the next 2 years.
Yeah. No, that would be perfect. You think you guys are up to that?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
You can do it.
I think I'm just gonna try a fireball, see if I can get its attention.
Oh! Alright.
By the way, I'm using a level 5 slot for that.
Alright, let's see.
What you shot that at Gorda? What the fuck?
What?
Yeah.
Whoa! No!
You're dead, Nareem! You're flipping dead!
I'm so sorry!
Wow. The stakes were made.
Okay, can I try that again?
Yeah, what do you have advantage on that, by the way? Or is that just because... No, it's because
What?
Gorda... It might be something on Gorda.
dodging, it gives you advantage.
Yeah, that's probably. I was just wondering why I was rolling 2 dice. So yeah, make sure you're targeting the big dragon and just hold down Control, left click on him, and unclick Gorda with that. There you go. You got him. Now try it again.
What? No, I'm not. What the hell? How is it doing
What?
that?
The hill.
Now it's the hill giant. Damn, dude. No, it's just funny.
Wow.
I don't think
that
dragon not
that did target it finally, but all right. So, all right. Roll your damage. Should automatically apply it. As the fireball comes roaring across the battlefield. First, it looked like it was going to hit Gorda. Thankfully, it still skyrocketed up and looked like it was going to go past Gorda to the hill giant, but nope, it still skyrocketed higher. It's a very weird fireball.
Yeah, it's a zigzagging fireball.
It's the light flickering off the flames. It's playing tricks with your eyes.
By the way, I also continue flying out. I don't know how far over the arena I can get.
You're currently 20 feet off the ground. So first, roll your damage for your fireball because that hasn't gone through, and then we'll put another pointer marker for you, just so we know your current. This is your current height, 20 feet.
Not a bad
29 damage with the fireball. Yeah, that is a great fireball.
Oh, actually, I need 2 more six-sideds.
Okay. So the dragon is going to use one of his legendary saves to take half to save, and only take half of that.
Okay.
So it's 33 halved.
Yeah, so it takes 16.
It's still damage.
Yes.
Yeah.
The fireball comes roaring across the field. This big explosion in the sky. It looks like a big firework went off.
Didn't you buy a javelin of lightning, Garrett?
I did.
That we went over.
We had this discussion already.
We did.
Oh God.
Deja vu.
All right, so you can. So you still have your 50 feet of movement on the broom. You're currently 20 feet off the ground, so you can move 5 feet in the arena and then fly up another 45 feet, or move around, and dividing your flying movement to lateral and horizontal movement.
Okay, let's see. So if I have 50 feet, I think I want to move 10 feet up, and let's say 20 feet out this way.
Okay, go ahead and you can move them 20 feet. That's only 40 feet of movement.
Oh, right. Okay, I'll go ahead and move another 10 feet out to that then.
All right, go ahead and move them. I've already adjusted the marker for your height.
Fair.
So,
How's that?
If that's where you want to go, that is fine with me.
Okay.
And he can't do anything yet either, so they're pretty much in a holding pattern. All right. If that ends your turn here, it'll be Garin. Now, you don't want to be in that circle at the end of your turn.
Yeah.
Things are still biting.
Yeah.
The insects
I'm
are
gonna
biting.
move here, and I'm just gonna throw one of my normal javelins at it.
Okay. All right. Oh, that's 20.
All
I wish
right.
you had used the lightning javelin. That would have been great.
Then we can call him Percy
Yeah.
Jackson.
Yeah. All right.
Go ahead and roll it, man. That is amazing. So many 20s this session.
9 damage. Cool.
Hey, it's 9 damage. You just stuck a javelin into a gargantuan black dragon.
And then I think I'm gonna throw my javelin of lightning at it.
All right.
My other attack.
See if you can.
Take an inspiration from Flick.
Yeah,
Actually,
take an
yeah.
inspiration from
Okay, roll with advantage.
Yeah.
So,
do that.
This is good. This is good. I like this.
Yes.
Oh! Another!
Dude, sweet as F.
Oh.
Yes, that is amazing.
I'm so happy.
All right, cool.
It should auto calculate the javelin of lightning damage. So just make sure you target the dragon with that.
So, yeah, that's the javelin damage, and then it also does an additional.
I think it's 4d6 lightning, right?
It takes damage. Yeah, 4d6 lightning
So
damage.
roll 8d6 because that doubles 2.
Well, that rolled 2 of them already.
That's the That's the damage from the javelin.
Okay, the actual lightning. Okay, that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, and then this is the damage that the lightning does.
All right, let me manually add that here. That is, oh man. So, God.
That dragon is not happy.
No, he is not.
Garrett, hey, Garrett, you're doing your job as a barbarian and drawing aggro.
Yeah.
So you see Garen just hop up, running along this obstacle, this arena obstacle that's being eaten away by acid. He just kind of lightly jumps over the part that's being eaten away. Stops at the other end of it, takes out a javelin, and throws it. Hits the dragon like right in the back, like right in between the spine. Just launches up. Boom, boom. Dragon just. Then it's like that first one was just the guiding point for the javelin lightning, as Click is inspiring him, to basically saying a prayer from Bahamut. As the javelin of lightning launches from your hand, the javelin mid-flight, you see arcs of electricity kind of fly off of it. The whole javelin turns blue, arcing all these bolts of lightning as it too travels that same path, hitting the dragon right in the back of the spine between the wings. You hear it let out this loud billowing roar, and you see it just kind of, it almost dips down for a moment just from the impact of the lightning bolt.
Should have bought more of those.
All right.
I think as bonus action, I'm going to activate my rage. Yeah, do that.
Okay.
You like, you gonna see some damage in a moment?
That's 2 critical hits. I'm pretty sure he's not happy with you.
That's a possibility.
Speaking of critical hits here, Menhir.
So that's my turn.
It is your turn, Menhir. That was an amazing display. I don't know how you're going to top that, because he is now one-upping you, Gimli Legolas style here. It's like who can get the most hits off, the critical hits.
There, I'm watching the dragon. I'll ready an action for if it closes down towards Garen to kick his ass. I'll hit it.
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna do.
All right, so you're readied. All right. Now it's Duncan's turn. He finally gets all his stuff back. I don't. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. That's not going to be enough. All right. Crap. Yeah, if he had his legendaries, he can do this. He's going to have to bank on that next turn. Let's see if there's anything else that he can do here. So he is
That's freaking sweet, Garen.
10, 25, 30, 35, 40. No, actually, that's not going to work.
Hey, men here.
All right, so he's going to jump on top of this, doing a dash and a move. That's going to end his turn here. right, and now let me just check one thing on this. Go ahead and you can ask your question to him. Just checking something.
I was just going to make a remark to Menhir about you're right. If we want to kill something, the dice are in our favor. If we want to subdue it, it does not like us.
Yep, told you.
No, this dragon is gonna die.
No, y'all remember what happened to the dirty dog? Like, each of us got, I think, at least 2 crits per person, if not more. We were all critting our butts off because we were there and murdered them fools.
All right, so right when Duncan goes with that, right before Gorda's turn, the insects kind of dissipate, and now, right over where Garen's at, and where Menhir, where you're at, this 15-foot radius dome of complete darkness engulfs you, both.
Oh.
You can no longer see the dragon.
Okay.
The rest of you outside of it can see the dragon just fine. Gorda, let's see. Should keep moving to the
Have
east.
her run her pansy ass back into the inside, Dave.
Oh, you want her back inside?
Hell yeah, and she would too. She's like, fudge, acid, bye.
Yeah, so she's back inside. So I'm just gonna pull her off of that. Okay, that ends her turn here. The other guard is gonna, still frightened. We'll go back in, and he will be out. So still running out. Just, it's a good thing he wore his brown pants. That's all we're gonna say.
Yeah.
All right, Clav Dresda. So he's Gorda comes. This elephant comes charging back towards you. As you see this dragon flying above the field, casting this globe of darkness over a couple of your friends here. What do you do?
Well, like any paladin, I'm gonna move 10 feet so I can get a line of sight on him. And then I'm gonna double out Eldritch Blast. Assuming that probably doesn't hit.
The 15 is not going to hit, but you have another beam. 26
Yay,
Wiz going to
26.
hit. So the first ball just kind of misses him as he's flying in the air. It just kind of arcs too high. The second one, however, strikes him. Go ahead and roll damage.
5 whole points of force damage.
Hey, that's 5 more force damage than he had before.
And then I'm gonna use the rest of my move. Put some nice cover between me and him.
All right.
It's a valid strategy.
It is. Okay, I gotta see if you can make this 5, 10, 15.
The city is awake in the surrounding area, I'm sure.
Well, the fireball in midair, the roaring, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on. Speaking of crazy things going on, don't want that. I want that for later. Who is this? That's what I'm looking for. He can't do another attack, but he might be. All right. Duncan is. Oh my God! Just enough. That's 40 feet. He can just do it. He is going to leap from this pillar, and he needs to make an athletics check to make sure he
Duncan
can
is
stand.
such a badass.
I don't know. He could fall on this one if he fucks this up. Actually, that's. Well, I clicked the wrong thing, but the dice roll is still the same. That is a natural 20 for the check. So
Yes.
he
All right then.
lands on the dragon. So you just see him, and that's his legendary move. Giant here is going to run up, going towards the doors. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So he just gets right to the other doors here, but he can't really smash them in yet or open them up. So with that, that'll end his turn.
Naren
Now-
has to bow out.
Who? What?
Naren needs to bow out.
Okay. Somebody gonna
I'll-
take.
I can take over.
All right. Let me pull up his PC token.
Later, Naren. Be cool, brother.
You too.
Where is Naram on these sheets? Naram. All right. Clearing owner. He is cleared. You should be able to wrangle the reins of that character sheet. And so, Svanna, making your way as promised into the arenas. All the lights, displays, everything going off. You know something is going down. You are in the arena itself, in the stands. What would you like to do?
Sophona's actually really useless in this fight right now, but her Pegasus is not.
Take pictures.
Okay, so you're flying with your Pegasus?
Yeah, and
Okay.
she'll hop off in the stands and order the Pegasus in.
Okay. I mean, you can stay on the Pegasus.
Well, the Pegasus can carry 2, and it doesn't really need her to drive it.
All right, let me. Pegasus is not hostile. I'll mark that as a neutral, and I don't know if this will give you control over it.
Dude, have her pick me up and I'll drop from above the dragon and I'll crush his fucking head with crush.
That is exactly what was planned.
All right,
Yep.
so coming at the stands here, we'll say, let's see. Yeah, we'll say gotta get your token on here too. Where the hell is Sophona? Where'd you go? There you go.
Her height is just that impressive.
Apparently. So she's in the upper left here. I'm going to zoom out so people can see where I just dropped that token. And I think the other call thing got messed up. Got to fix Chthonian's camera. So you can go ahead and do the moves. Can you move the Pegasus at all?
I cannot.
Okay.
We need witnesses, damn it.
Alright, let me see here. Well, yeah, I mean, you need witnesses, but, let's see. Move this over this way. Alright, we got click cam back. Alright. So, alright, where do you want the Pegasus to be at? Where do you want it to move to?
Let's see. Unfortunately, I can't see Garand or Menhir.
Yep.
Nope,
we're in
there's a big sphere of darkness.
That's a good question, since I can't actually
Let's see that.
see anybody I need to pick up.
Yeah, there's a guy with flaming horns on top of this black dragon. There's a hill giant like at the gate over there by you. You saw. You see an elephant ass on the other end of the arena, like in the corridors. Rexy is kind of popping up behind a pillar. You see Click all alone in the center of the arena. Wesson as well. and near him at the far corner.
Are dragons arcana or nature?
They would be Arcana.
Is 19 enough to tell me about that? It has a breath weapon.
Yeah, that you know it can spew forth a line of acid, devastating lines of acid, over 100 feet.
Well, I'm just going to order the Pegasus to take a dodge action and hold 2 to the bottom left of where the hill giant is.
Okay.
Until it can actually see Menhir or
Right here?
Darian to pick him up. Yep.
Okay.
Just so it's not in the line of effect.
Understood. All right. Let's see. Is that everything Sophona is going to do?
And as bonus action, she will hide.
Okay. All right. Let me pop that here. Okay. All right. So you're hiding in the shadows in the stands. All
And
right.
that ends my turn.
Hang on. Before you end, Duncan's going to burn another legendary to try to get a pop off on this
Oh my
thing.
god. This is gonna be so cool.
Well, it's just a one attack. It's not like a.
No, I
flurry.
just realized something. It's
You're
gonna be so cool when it gets to my turn.
You're going to one shot it, aren't you, Click? The walking
Duncan's
apocalypse.
adjacent to it. I get it.
Oh fuck! Critical 20, nat 20.
Yes.
Fucking Christ.
Oh
Whoa.
shit. This is gonna be a lot of dice. I know you guys saw the silhouettes on that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a lot of D. What were those
Oh,
details?
oh
It was a
shit.
tidal wave.
Yeah, he did over 70 damage with that punch.
Jesus fucking Christ.
It was fucking crazy. Jesus. Oh,
He
wow.
has earned that title at this point.
Um. Okay. Well, I mean, the object of his, vengeance is right there. So, I mean, that kind of makes sense on there a bit. But yeah, holy shit.
So now, basically, this dragon has to decide between the person who just threw a lightning javelin into his back, or the person who just punched him in the head.
For 70 damage.
You both critical hit him.
I didn't do 70 fucking damage.
Okay. Well. Hang on.
So,
It's it begins to start casting a spell.
oh, dude.
A
For
protection
the love
from
of God,
sadness
someone have
spell.
counterspell.
Narium's out of range.
So, let's see. Okay, and
Is this thermonuclear detonation?
well, kinda. So you see, coming from its open mouth, instead of a line of acid, you see 8 multicolor rays of light flash.
I
The,
mean,
the rays go down in towards the darkness.
oh.
So, with disadvantage, I'm gonna need both of you to make dexterity saving throws.
Oh Jesus.
It's, good thing I. Okay,
I'm gonna burn 2 of my inspirations.
Can it see through the darkness?
Yeah.
It's a dragon. It can almost certainly.
Yeah.
No, not from 90 feet away. They have blind sight, but to like 60 feet.
Blindside, 60 feet, dark vision, 120.
Exactly. So if it's 90 feet up, how can it see through the darkness to target us?
That actually is a valid statement.
That's a good point.
It may be an area of effect then.
So, all right, just assuming that it. All right, so it can see you through there. Okay, 120 feet. It's only 90 feet up. It's 90 feet from ground level. Vision, 120 feet.
And the Furthest you are is 105.
Simple
Yeah.
math.
But I am burning 2 inspirations. to cancel out
Inspiration
this.
would be wisely used.
I'm gonna fail anyway. It won't matter. Don't waste it on me, dude.
I am.
Don't waste it.
So,
I already have.
so you're gonna burn an inspiration to cancel out the disadvantage. I'm going to. Can I spend can I spend an inspiration to give myself advantage on this?
No, you only get.
No.
It doesn't work that way, sadly. But then that works in your favor. Where something can't give you multiple disadvantages to make you at disadvantage.
That's fair. $14 for both of us.
Okay. So. All right. And that is going to be all right. So I got to roll 2 of these to see. Actually, we'll roll one at a time. See which one affects whom. This is going to be for. Okay, that's on Menhir, and what's the next one? That is on Gurnd. And okay, why does it not give me the loadout on the actual flashes here?
Damn. So
No.
I need to be able to see them for Spirit Shield to work. Damn.
Yes. Hang on, I gotta pull. Fantasy Grounds does not have the details on the spell for some reason. The ray effects.
Gotta love dragons.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's what I want right here. Thank God for Beyond. All right. Oh, okay, that's bad. All right, so I have to actually re-roll that twice.
Oh,
So,
fun.
ignoring any 8s. So that's that and that one. So, all right. So Menhir is going to get hit by 2.
Jesus.
So 2 yellow rays pop out and an indigo ray pop out. So these yellow bolts of lightning start going down. And the indigo restrains. So Menhir would be restrained. So that's all it does is just a lockdown. If it fails to save 3 times, then it's turned to stone. Okay, so it's going to slowly turn to stone. But we need to see what goes on with the lightning damage. Because that is a lot of d6. 10.
Dave, this is prismatic spray, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, that's a lot of dice.
Yes, it is.
That's what I thought. Okay.
So, dragons.
If you would like to know, Garrett, prismatic spray is 10d6.
So, 42 points of lightning damage for both of you.
Okay.
The Barbar is infinite
I mean-
HP.
Yeah.
Is Menhir still okay?
That's all I can move there. It's on top.
Menhir?
Don't know if he's muted or not. Menhir currently has 40. He's still alive, barely, but he is still alive. He's not happy. Can't hear you if you're speaking, by the way, Menhir.
Yeah, I'm here.
So, but the dragon is now 60 feet above the arena.
Well,
And that ends his turn. So Wesson, let's see. Actually, you know what? On the dragon's turn, Duncan's going to take another pot shot. He's got to burn through these hits. He can make one more after this. is that rolling? Why is that disadvantage? Is it still prone? Yeah, that's why. Let's kill that prone. He still hit, so that's good. Damage as he punches this thing. Where the hell is it? Can't see it. All right, deals 45 to the dragon to punch. So Wesson, you just see the dragon launches these 2 yellow beams out. Now, Menhir, you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
So you're
my turns.
Yeah. So 3 failed saves though. Successes and failures don't need to be consecutive. So if you save 3 times or fail 3 times, so it's kind of like a death saving throw with that, and you're just restrained in there.
Yep. And just for clarification, it dropped 60 feet and then flew horizontally, right? Oh wait.
It dropped 30 and then flew.
260. Yeah.
Yeah, it dropped 260. Correct.
Right. And then yeah, it would have to. That's good stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to be as fair as I can on this. All right. So Wesson, this dragon is not looking too great. He's bleeding. He's being punched in the head.
How high up in the air?
60 feet.
Is it considered a shape changer?
No, it's not labeled as a shape changer with that. In terms of things that would affect that, it's considered a dragon. You know, it has shape-shifting, abilities. It's not a shapeshifter.
I'm going to cast Moonbeam, which is a 5-foot radius, 40-foot tall column, and I want to make it where it doesn't hit Duncan, but it just
hits the dragon. Gotcha.
Hails the dragon. Yeah.
All right. Easily done.
Level 4, he has to make a Constitution saving throw over 17. Failure takes half.
Okay. 2 Duncan cards.
Hurt him good, Wesson.
Real good.
All right, so he made Constitution 18.
Well, tried.
All right, so he takes half of 23
Okay.
radiant damage.
Hey, woo. There we go. All right, so this column of light appears at the ground, and it shoots up, clipping the dragon's body, wing. The right side of it shoots up. Duncan's on the other side of the dragon, trying to hold on for dear life with one of his hands as he's trying to punch it. The dragon kind of does a little semi-corkscrew in midair as he gets hit by the movement, trying to almost arc its body out the way, but still takes a good bit of it. As the holy energy, the radiant energy, burns the scaly hide.
And then I move, then I'm done.
Okay, and let me see if he has anything that he can do with his legendaries on him. Yes, he will, since he's got all that back now. He is going to use his tail to attack Duncan. Because he doesn't like being punched in the head.
It's just a gentle massage. It's fine.
Sure, yeah. So that does hit Duncan.
Too bad I'm not a full-blooded Dahlia.
Alright, and that's all he can do with that. So the tail comes back and slaps Duncan, who's trying to hold on for dear life on this thing. And that will end that legendary turn here. So Click! Alright, Click, I know you're going to end the combat because you're awesome like that.
That would be cool.
Well, you are nicknamed the Walking Apocalypse.
You came up with that nickname, and it doesn't make any sense. But I would heal Menhir, but I can't see inside the dome. of darkness.
Right.
So I have no idea where he is or how injured he is. I'm very sorry, Rick.
Don't worry about him.
Click will hold up his shield and point at the dragon as he begins chanting words of power. Reaching harm, striking path, bring to you Bahamut's wrath. Platinum dragon, hear this sound, lend powers to my prayers profound. And he will launch a 4th level guiding bolt at the dragon.
All right. So,
since Duncan is on it, I get advantage because of my kobold inflation.
That's right. Good call on that.
Yeah, that's what I was laughing about earlier when I realized
Fuck,
it. Okay,
yeah.
so let's see.
I didn't even realize that. 26.
So close to a 20.
But 26 is nothing to sneeze at.
No, it's not, and I'm sure it hits.
Oh yeah.
So the next person to attack it gets advantage. And then, let's see, 2,
Could be Rexia.
3, 4, 76 damage.
Oh!
35. Damn!
Nice.
This is why Guiding Bolt is powerful.
Radiant damage.
All right, yeah, that hurt.
Insanely good damage roll.
So apparently you hit that dragon so hard that you caused the cops to start running down my street.
It was a crime what you did to that dragon, Click. Speaking of,
Bahamut heard my awesome prayer. I'm actually going to move up closer to the dome in case it comes down.
I am going to ask this to Rexia here because Duncan would try to punch this thing again, but if you want the advantage, Rexia, I will have Duncan hold until after Narim goes. Or after you go.
He's gonna do 1,000 more damage than me. The fuck are you talking about? Let him punch it.
Okay, I didn't want to steal any thunder with it because he would try to punch at the end of his last legendary.
No, by all means, like this is his thing. This is all on him.
How badly injured is this thing looking?
It's looking pretty bad.
No,
man,
I was
that-
gonna snipe kill.
That guiding bolt is a thing of beauty.
Okay, so advantage. All right, let's.
Be still my beating heart.
All right, let's make sure. Targets. Well, double 8s, but he still hit.
Well, at least he hit.
What is Duncan's to hit chance out of
A
pure?
lot.
Modifier plus 15.
Yeah, what's the modifier? Plus 15.
Yes.
I'm going to guess that this thing has ancient dragon stats, so an AC of 21, I think, or was it 22?
A lot.
Well, let's see.
What the damage is doing, I've been under the assumption
Well, a ancient dragon would have 22, but he's got like pseudo monk style abilities, which he hasn't been able to pop off. Ironically, if he ever got grounded, it would just be a nightmare. So.
Still, plus 15 is. Yeah.
Oh wait. No, that would be dumb. Okay. Yeah, he's not even going to bother with the he's just keep punching it. All right. Oh shit.
Someone is dying on my street because there's just been nothing but cops.
All right, so he hits the dragon again. You see the dragon kind of. It looks dazed almost. It's having trouble flying. It's looking weak. It will. Can it? It does not have a legendary for movement, so it is stuck where it's at. Rexia, you're up.
Shoot it with a fucking arrow.
Come on.
That's my max movement without burning anything, so.
Those sirens are Rexia. She's making those sounds as she's coming for the dragon.
Clearly, that is That is exactly what's happening. First attack. That's 4. That's not going to hit.
13's not going to hit, no.
Second attack is 20. Don't think a 20 hits.
20 is going to miss.
That's all I can do.
You try.
She's trying. So, all right, you're trying to fire at this thing. Narum. So, Anthony.
So basically, any spell he picks here. I can lightning bolt it without hitting Duncan, right?
Yeah. So.
Well, he's lightning bolting.
Okay, as you lightning bolt, the dragon will use its reaction to counterspell it with a 7th level counterspell slot.
I'm going to react and counterspell his counterspell.
Good old Magic the Gathering shit. Let's go.
All right, and that for those wondering, that is something that is legal.
You have to roll your check though.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's what? It's D20 plus stat?
It's just your stat. So whatever your spellcasting stat is, you
DC
add your
20 plus 5.
and it's a DC 17.
No.
So you start casting the lightning bolt, and it's like, Kova! And the counterspell comes out, and the spell starts to fizzle. You try to counterspell the counterspell, and actually no. Hang on. I have to double check on this. I think somebody else has to use their counterspell to counterspell that, because you're using your verbal component to cast your first spell. And you can't double use the same component for that reaction spell. I have to double check it. For right now, though, we're going to leave it as standing, but I will double check that after game, because I think it has to be a non-verbal to do it, for it to be legal with that. Anyway, but it still counts out the counterspell. And with that, does he move? Does he stay out in the open?
He's going to move to cover.
Okay. Which cover? I mean, Clavdrozda, needs lots of cover. I mean, she's practically naked in the arena. She's got that Terra high-level armor going on.
Sure, why not? He's going to sit in somebody's lightning radius, so might as well stay with the paladins.
I have 2 things to point out.
Sure, go ahead.
1, counterspell is somatic only.
Somatic, okay,
2,
that's fine.
You can only do it if the caster's within 60 feet of you. And I know this because it was out of Gnarls' thing, which means neither one of them could.
That is true. All right, roll the lightning bolt then. Yeah, that is a good call.
Thank you, Rick.
Okay.
And don't worry, Rick. Even if you're turned to stone, I have a spell to do.
Dude, bro, I'm cool, man. I'm not worried at all. I've just been very useless in this battle.
Did he make the save?
I mean,
well,
is it a matter of even if he used a legendary save, he wouldn't have made it?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's one of those with the legendary saves, it's still enough damage to knock him under.
Holy shit.
So the dragon comes careening down into the arena with a thunderous as it does so. The darkness fades. If it will let me move this one, it'd be awesome.
What in the ever-loving F just happened? Duncan just killed a...
Duncan didn't kill it.
And Sammy...
We killed it. Everyone did.
No, it would... okay.
I mean, we helped.
It was a group effort.
It was a group effort.
A lot of damage, but it was a group effort.
It was Click and Garan mainly, wasn't it?
I mean, Rexia shot some arrows.
Who did those javelins? Was that Garan?
Yeah, Garen got those javelins now. Now, some things happen here. Let's let me change that.
His death effect is that he blows up the whole town.
It's like Bubbo's Big Adventure, just with the wrestling match, just lands down and like a nuclear explosion goes off. Yeah.
Oh no, it's Far Cry 5 again.
I hate that so much. That was just the most BS ending.
That was amazing. I beat it just the other day. Holy shit.
It's so bullshit.
Really?
Anyway, hi.
That's how Far Cry 5 ends? Well, okay then.
Okay, anyway, so as the dragon falls there, Duncan kind of crashes with it. And the darkness spell fades away. Just trying to get this.
And just then, Gorda comes running back out into the arena because being chased by a giant fire-breathing snake.
Oh god! Yeah.
These are important things to remember.
Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. So,
Mistakes were made?
snakes were made as well as mistakes. So, Duncan.
Will not stay in there and get killed by it. She would run away.
I know. It's fine. That's
She also
what's
still
going
has
on here,
Death
though.
Ward.
Yes. Yes, she does. All right.
So
Don't-
what happens then?
So Duncan, you see the flames kind of go off, the horns go away, the arms start to dissipate, and he's just his armless self again. The eyes stop glowing. He just looks down at the dragon there. For a brief moment, there's a little bit of content on his face, which that starts to kind of go away a bit as he starts to kind of look around the arena. And
Are we out of combat?
you are out of combat.
Gotta run up to him and go, Master Duncan!
I have to make some saves, sir.
Yes, you do. So you can make your Constitution saving throws. Fail.
Probably fail.
By this point, I would have reached you.
Fail.
You'd have a +4 to your saves.
Oh, so 17.
And I'm going to
Fail.
use my inspiration.
All right.
Dreza burns off hers.
Yeah, you're gonna want those. So the 25 will be a success. The other two are failures, though.
I'll spend my inspiration and roll another one.
Okay. 23 is a success, so you need one more success or one more failure.
Yep.
I
One
gave you 2,
inspiration.
so I'm.
You gave what?
Dreza had 2. She gave both to you, so you've got one more
Oh,
on this
sweet.
one, and she's by your side.
Yeah, so it's a +4 in it. Okay, you make it
I'm
with the
not
26.
stoned.
So yeah, his body starts turning to stone for a moment, and
Too
then
bad I'm not full blood Dow, y'all.
And then-
So I'm immune to-
as Eclevdreza comes by you, trying to help you out, just her presence seems to be helping fight off whatever magic is slowly turning you to stone. As your body fights the energies from it. Your skin, which was starting to harden now, starts to soften. Leaves kind of like a thin layer of dust, like a little mantle crust of rock.
I'm already pretty stoned, Mike.
I know, but this was literally this was going above and beyond on that. So Rexia, as you're running over to Duncan, to see how he is with that, he looks up at you with very sad eyes. And now, Rexia, for your final lesson, the price of vengeance is always too high. And you see somebody step out from behind him that you did not see there before. Standing near Duncan is a bright red-skinned man. Short, stubby horns on his forehead, slicked back, long black hair. Dressed impeccably in white silk garments that you'd kind of expect like an earl or a duke to wear. He does have a little pot belly, and you can see kind of like the little red belly underneath there. And he just kind of grins and places a hand around one of Duncan's shoulders. And when he does that, you start to see Duncan shrink slowly. You realize he's not shrinking, but actually getting younger. And it kind of stops when he's like a teenage boy. So you just saw him age from like 29 to 15.
Let's see how Rexia responds to that. She actually responds to that really fucking well. She just stares awestruck.
Okay, if you were gonna do something stupid, I was going to restrain, because we do not need to upset a devil.
Yeah, no, she wasn't. Even if I rolled a natural one, she wasn't going to do anything beyond that. But like, she wasn't going to attack or anything. But she was just like, she's just staring, shocked, not really able to comprehend the situation.
Does anybody else do anything? Say anything?
Drez is busy. Miriam's off in space.
He's probably by the dragon.
Click walked up to the dragon and is kneeling and praying.
You mean he's not pissing on it?
What's
No.
the
Okay.
giant doing?
The giant's bashing down the door, getting the hell out the arena.
Sophona's recalled the Pegasus, but she's still hiding with the bow, ready to snipe if needed.
And you see the younger Duncan kind of still looking around the arena, looking kind of annoyed and also confused. With gritting teeth, he's like, "We had a deal." And the red figure just kind of leans into him. And Rexy, you can see, you're close enough where you hear all this conversation here. Oh, we do, boy. We do. What? Oh, you thought you would get to see her one last time. That wasn't the deal.
When he aged in reverse to 15, did he grow some arms back?
No, he didn't.
Wait, like, are you trying to like deny love over there? Is like that what I'm hearing?
You're way the fuck not over here.
Yeah, the only people that can hear this are me and Rexia, and possibly Clank.
That is correct.
My samurai of love senses are tingling. Oh wait, that's not what that is.
No, that's not. That's something else. So, anybody say anything? You just.
Duncan, what is going on?
Who's your friend there, Mr. Duncan?
And Duncan kind of goes silent for a moment. You can see almost just like. Almost like a look of shame for a moment. He doesn't respond immediately. The red being pipes in. Oh, you, well, me, I have so many names, but you can call me Pip.
You some kind of demon?
I'm complicated. Now, lad, let me refresh your memory on the deal. I grant you freedom, the power, the physical ability to enact your revenge, and the wisdom on how to use those gifts. In exchange, you take her place in the Blood War for all eternity, and then she is returned back to this world, alive and unscathed. A life for a life, a soul for a soul. If you don't believe me, and he just throws out a hand as a parchment unrolls in one hand that there was no parchment there previously. And it goes almost all the way to the ground as he holds it up above his head. At the bottom, you can see a red signature with like a red kind of thumbprint in blood. You can look over the contract if you like.
No, I'm good.
Mm.
He already signed it with his thumbprint and blood if he ain't got no flipping arms. That contract's null and void bullshit. Bye.
You don't know how he lost his arms.
Yeah.
And Duncan just kind of looks back at you, Rexia, just kind of square in the face. Say anything else to him? Click. I mean, I know Click's praying over the dragon body, but he can still see the strange being.
I still need you to teach me a lot. Especially about my past.
Meditate.
Click stands.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
The Click stands and points at the demon, and says, "This has been a sacred day. You will not take anyone."
No.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no. Oh, okay. Click no.
Can I just pull everyone aside that it isn't Duncan or the demon and just be like, so they got their own thing going on. Are we all in agreement that we don't want any part of that? And we just need to deal with this giant?
You can worry about the giant because Rexy is a little bit more attached to Duncan than she will let on.
And Pip just kind of...
Listen, put it this way, if you try to pull her away, she will punch you.
So Click, you see this Pip just kind of cross his legs Indian style, just floating in air, as he just puts his fingers kind of underneath his chin. Oh, really? Oh. Amusing. Duncan answers your question, Rexia. Meditate, and the answers will come. You have faced certain death here today and defeated it with your wit and courage.
Sure.
Rexia, and he
Sure,
look,
that's I was about to say sure, that's what we'll say that was.
Rexia, he looks square at you, like right in the eyes, and addresses you specifically. Rexia, heroes do what others can't. Not because they want, not for themselves or their friends. They choose the unwanted paths, the darkest roads. You have to ask yourself, can you do this?
She falls completely silent.
And as that silence comes there, you see the ground underneath him begin to crack and fissure. Bright yellow orange light creeps from within. Flames begin to rise from the earth, swirling around Duncan as he begins to scream in agony. You can see the earth split further apart. The walls of the fissure are not rock, but those of hundreds and thousands of screaming bodies that begin to pull Duncan down into the ground, into the fissure. As his figure begins to be pulled down, you see the similar veins appear on his body and face, almost like his body's being heated up as he's pulled down into the ground, and the gravel and dirt of the arena begin to close up around it. A symbol forms on the ground here, a pentagram, bright, vibrant red. Almost as if some unseen iron was branding the very earth itself. A bright gout of flame just bursts out. It's blinding in its brightness. As it clears, the symbol's glow begins to dull from a bright red to an ashy black. Upon this symbol, you see a young girl. She appears to be like a half-orc. her body is still, except for the slow movements of her chest, just from their shallow breathing. And Pip just kind of grins. Another contract fulfilled. And he just dusts off his shoulders. Turns to look at the rest of you. Rexia, Click, Wesson, and he shouts, "Did anyone else want to discuss terms for their own contract while I'm here? I can make all your dreams come true. All I ask in return is your immortal soul. So, can we deal?"
I'm going to stare directly at him, and I'm going to say in the most serious tone serious and also murderous tone anyone has ever heard from Rexia. And she's just going to very politely ask him to go back to fucking hell.
Drez is going to put 2 and 2 together and charge over to the half-orc.
Okay, and as she does so, she recognizes the half-orc. That is her stepsister, Rixorky.
Oh, fuck, you can't let it go.
And
Yep, we cannot escape no matter how hard we try.
And
Oh God, come on.
as you go over there to check on her, you wake her up, and she's startled, which is alarming in itself, and then she hugs you, holds onto you tightly, shaking in fear. For your entire life, knowing your stepsister, she has never been afraid of anything. She has always been the one to leap literally into the mouth of danger. She would leap into the mouth of a dragon's gullet just to try to kill it. And from whatever she's experienced, is enough to completely terrify her.
Well, Dress is just gonna stay there and try to soothe her while everyone brutally murders Mr. Devil here.
You know what? Normally I would say, yeah, let's kill the fucking devil. I'm not gonna do that today.
Again, he shouts out his offer again. Are you sure no one else wants to have their own contracts?
No, go back to hell already.
No takers.
I'm gonna ask something though, and Rex, this is a devil, and in her mind, she thinks it's a devil. In her mind, she thinks devil and blood magic go hand in hand. So she's going to ask specifically about her right and why she can do that.
And then it's gonna be like, yo, information isn't cheap, my friend.
if that's fine.
I can see you are hungry for answers. Answers to questions that plague your mind about who you are, where you come from.
Menhir interrupts in a loud voice. Nope! Get the fuck out! Everybody, we need to haul ass. Need to get the hell up out of here. Gorda! He yells for Gorda.
You seek someone as well. I can give you all these answers if you're willing to make a bargain. He just grins ear from ear.
If I see a hand move towards him, I'm firing my bow.
We all saw that he just dragged a man into a pit of 1,000 screaming bodies, right? Is that?
Yeah, that is something we did see.
Yes.
We did see this.
So, Rexia, you see her hand move, but it's not towards him.
She's giving him the bird.
One punch?
Don't.
She's not gonna punch him either. She's just gonna flip him off and walk away. Walk away to Menhir.
I walk away.
Okay.
Garandog runs.
Does Gorda come running back out into the arena after I yelled for her?
Yeah, she's coming out. What does Garin do?
Garen runs away, slightly terrified.
Okay. The bright red-skinned man just makes a fake sad face. Just, well, if you ever change your minds, just call for the Pip. See you in your nightmares. And he just, plumes of flames come around him as he just vanishes. The laughter, the last thing you see as the smoke trails off.
Like you didn't leave your number.
So,
the plan here is to get the GTFO.
Yeah.
Lots of commotion was definitely made. Now, here's the real question you have to ask yourselves. Lots of things have happened tonight. Lots of commotion. Do you want to still press on the attack on Ingiam while you still have surprise? Or do you want to wait and see what reactions occur from tonight's events?
This was the early part of we were like in the early part of the nighttime, right?
No, this was after the arena closed. The arena closed at 9. This was still past. This was
like 11 or 12, somewhere in there.
After all this stuff, it's probably about 1:30 in the morning.
Okay, we need a short rest and then we can press on.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
What's probably gonna happen is after something like this happened, he's probably going to
disavow the arena champion guy.
I mean,
disappear entirely.
Yeah, no.
I hope that's true, but we can't count on that.
No, you don't want him to disappear, because if he disappears, he's going to reappear somewhere else doing more evil, bad shit. That's why we don't want to. That's why we don't want him. We want to stop him.
Anyway, Menhir picks up. Here's what happens, concisely like he always does. He's no nonsense. Get rid of the bullshit. We need to get the fuck out. Open. He says the word in giant a couple more times to the hill giant. It's bashing on the shit. Gets Gorda called over, picks up Rixorki off the ground, puts her on Gorda's back, and then goes over with the maul to help the giant break the freaking door open.
Okay.
Hey, Dave.
Yes.
While that's all happening, can I carve off some dragon scales?
All right. We'll say
Click
you
wasn't done with his prayers.
I'm sorry, Click. Say again.
Click wasn't done with his prayers.
Okay, I'm gonna wait for Click to be done.
No, go ahead and harvest.
Does Rixorki let me pick her up and put her on the elephant?
Well, Rixorki is clinging to Clav Dresler right now.
Well, he'll pick them both up and put them on the elephant.
So, yeah, it's like this 16-year-old, like, half-orc girl and Clav Dresler right there. So, they're pretty petite. Now, Narum, I'm gonna hold off on what Narum would do with, a dead dragon there, because I don't want him to. I have a feeling he would try to get components or something from the dragon. So I'm gonna let him kind of dictate that. Now, Wesson, what about you? I know you were getting away from Pip and all that devilry.
Well, I gotta go in a minute, but I just want to make sure this giant isn't going to just be a liability and storm out and just draw a bunch of attention to us.
That's exactly what he's going to do. So that's why we're going to let him run off on his own and forget that he ever existed.
Okay, that's the plan? Okay, I'm cool.
And there's still a giant snake running around the arena.
Yep, enjoy.
Let's leave that
So
leave that for the fans.
I retract my previous statement. I'm just going to walk up to the giant and just say open in giant as I try to help him open the door.
Oh, no, yeah, he's banging on it, and then Gorda comes by, smashing through the gate as well, as you all break through the arena, exiting, as you see lots of commotion down the streets. Some people are wondering why is there a light show and giant roars and commotion from the arena. So the people in the nearby vicinity are coming out of their homes. You see lights, people holding like little candles and torches, just trying to make sure like, what the hell's going on?
Giant dragon, death. Get in your house. Run away.
All right. So, With that,
What do I get from? Can I get this off of carving from the dragon?
you can get some scales, some piece of skin and scales from the dragon as you're carving it. Click. Are you going to take anything from the dragon after you I don't know if you.
Well, no, but this was. Click has pretty much just performed the most sacred act that a disciple of Bahamut could, ending the life of an evil dragon.
Yes.
So he's going to take some time and pray, and while they're bashing the door down, he's going to sing a hymn to Bahamut like he used to hear in the training halls.
I like it.
Do we have a moment?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you wanted to RP that.
Yeah. I kind of wanted to. I have a little verse.
Go ahead.
That I stole from somewhere.
Aggressively borrowed.
Was
Upon
inspired
the
by.
mountain dark and tall, the king has come into his hall. His foe is dead, the worm of dread, and ever so his foes shall fall. The sword is sharp, the spear is long, the arrow swift, the gate is strong. The heart is bold that looks on gold. The dwarves no more shall suffer wrong.
All right.
All right then, brother.
All right. Good stuff. I like it.
GTFO with
Almost
everyone.
as cool as my last dragon song. I'll just
Thank you.
It's all good, man.
So, with that, that is where we're gonna end today's session here. It has been a long session, but that was an epic battle. I love the 20s that you guys are rolling. Gorda was a crit machine. Garand with the double 20s, especially on the Javelin Lightning, was amazing.
Yeah.
So, good stuff. I hope everybody enjoyed watching the adventure today. Again, reminder, next week there will not be a session next Saturday, as I will be at ACON. So again, if you want to meet me in person, just hit me up on Twitter or on our Discord, and I will be glad to say hi to you in person. Look for the guy who looked like a giant Ford Tough cosplay. That'll be me. So anyway, till next time, be safe, everyone, and happy gaming.
Happy gaming.
Look, don't be killed by dragons.